from Connecticut.
Thank you, Senator Markey, for your leadership now and over so many years. Senator Markey has been in this fight long before the technology reached this stage. He has been at the forefront of protecting children. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which we are seeking to update, was his creation, make no mistake. He is a national champion of protecting children. We're under no illusions. Nobody should be under illusions. Big tech is going to fight us. They're going to fight us with the same bare-knuckled tactics, the millions of dollars, the army of lobbyists that they've done before. Despite all the platitudes and bromides, all the professions of good intentions, they will fight us. And that's the reason that they were so vague and non-committal yesterday. If their heart were really in the right place, they would say, we are for that legislation because we really do want to protect children by eliminating some of the design features and algorithms that drive toxic content at kids, amplifying emotions of hatred, anxiety, insecurity through online bullying, eating disorders, self-harm, suicide. This toxic content is a cesspool, a breeding ground for eating disorders and self-harm that parents are bringing to us every day with heartbreaking stories of their children dragged to those dark places and heightening insecurities that are literally destroying lives. You know, there's no mystery here. I hear folks say, well, can Congress really regulate these big tech platforms? It's so complicated. It's so much technology. Can you really understand it? A destroyed life of a 13 or 14-year-old is tragically easy to understand, and it has to stop. Enough is enough. And we have reached a tipping point. We are building a movement. The drumbeat of revelations, the deafening roar of outrage from the American public, we're hearing it. Our colleagues are as well. The reason why we have this bipartisan consensus that action is necessary now is, in fact, the revelations from a brave, steadfast whistleblower, from our free press that is publicizing them, from hearings that we're conducting that put on display the irresponsibility and betrayal of trust by big tech. And Senator Markey is absolutely right. It isn't just Facebook. Yesterday, the mantra was, well, we're not Facebook. We're different from Facebook. We're better than Facebook. That's a pretty low bar. It's in the gutter. If that's their measure of whether they are being responsible, they fail. And the simple, blunt fact is that the parents of America, if you are listening, you can no longer trust big tech with your kids. You can no longer trust these companies with your children, their apps or anything about them. That's why demanding accountability now is so absolutely necessary. Accountability to you, the parents, and the public, accountability to investors and shareholders because they have been misleading you, accountability to the Securities and Exchange Commission and other federal agencies for law breaking, and accountability to the United States Congress. We have the capacity and we have the obligation to act. Now, in the next day or so, very possibly Facebook will change its name because their reaction here is all about cosmetics, all about superficial changes designed to confuse and distract, just as they are continuing They're lobbying against this kind of child protection. And it will continue, changing names, emblems, insignias, logos. It's all about the cosmetics for them because they want to continue that business model that makes them money. Amplify emotional and provocative, destructive content so that you get more eyeballs, so that you get more advertisers, so you get more money. We can understand that business model. And that's the reason why these two measures, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act update and the KIDS Act, are so vitally important to change the structure, the basic incentives, and design features. Now, yesterday marked some progress, and I'll just finish on this note. These companies came before us and they promised that they would reveal any of the research or studies that showed harmful effects on kids. Unlike Facebook, which first misled us by saying they didn't have any of this information and then tried to conceal it until the whistleblower revealed it, they said they would make it available to us. And they said they would expose their algorithms to independent experts and researchers. Now, that's some progress, but it should help us build that momentum and movement because it's more than just a moment of reckoning. It is a movement for child safety on the internet that we have been building that's going to help us produce this legislation and bring us across the finish line, I hope, within months. Literally within months. We can't wait years. We need to move forward. My subcommittee will hold additional hearings. We anticipate additional revealing information. But we can move forward even now with the bills that Senator Markey and I and Republican and Democratic members of the Senate are supporting now. And I think we have not just the opportunity, a historic opportunity that we need to seize, but also the obligation to move forward because too many lives have been lost already. More are at stake. They hang in the balance. We must act. The time for bromides and platitudes is over. We need to stand up to the massive lobbying effort that we can anticipate, and we can win it if we do. So we will be helped in this effort by the very staunch and steadfast advocates. Their eloquence and their outreach has greatly aided us, and I'm really proud to stand with them today. Thank you for being here. And I would just urge parents, continue to make yourselves heard. Your voices are having an effect. Make no mistake, you are making a difference. And just keep the uproar and the outrage going. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Just incredibly impressive work from Senator Blumenthal on this issue. Now I would like to ask Amina Fazlullah to please come up.